Hello guys, how is everything and how is everyone? Welcome to another session of this video, and this is Vincent Obita. I want to appreciate everyone who have been supporting me in terms of subscription, liking and sharing my videos. Today we are going to do one of the videos pertaining to a question that one of you sent through my the comment section, and this now relates to issues to do with the differences between Paye, umbrella company, and the issue of limited company. What you need to know is all these are payment forms that people use, especially if you are doing agency work, second job, third job, and things of that kind in the UK. And particularly to the nursing team, this will really apply to you because these are most of the things you will usually encounter in your second job. Now, what you need to know about all these three methods is all of them are payment avenues, and that means they have a relation in terms of tax remission, contribution to your national insurance, and things of that kind. Now, you need to know what all these entail and their implications so that you approach either of them in one way that it fits you, or the other way around. Now, let's begin with umbrella company. When you talk of umbrella company, there are also a payment avenue, who receives the money from the client who you are providing your services to, and in this case a hospital, a care home, or something of that sort. So the care home pays all your money to the umbrella company. The umbrella company calculates your tax remission and remits it to HRMC and sends you the remainder into your account. So that's how it works. And what the umbrella company deducts, it will deduct the income tax, the national insurance, the employer NI, and things like umbrella charge. With the umbrella company, all those deductions will amount to around 20%. They guarantee you around 80% of the pay you get from the original service user of the service you are providing. Now, in the case of pay, that is pay as you earn, in this case they take your NI contribution and also the taxation that is made according to the amount you pay. This one will depend on things like the tax scale where you are, and thus will determine amount that you pay in terms of paying. Then there's also the aspect of limited company. In this case, you create your own company. You can do that one online, and you will be paid as the receiver. In this case, your company bearing your name or whatever will be on the receiving end from the service user, and that in this case the hospital or the care home. Now, for the limited company, you will receive almost 95% of the amount that you are supposed to have. In this case, you will still have a payment channel, and the payment channel can be things like it will depend on whichever one you like, because it has to be also like bear a legal entity. So the payment channel can generate your payslip, take around 5% to bear that payment channel, and also they can also take some legal fee which can amount to things like £3 or something of that sort. So ideally you will get almost 90-something% of your pay. The only thing is, after a financial year, that is like a year or so, you will have to get in touch with an accountant to calculate the amount of tax that you are supposed to remit, bearing in mind you had been earning from different times of the year. Then they calculate the amount you've been earning, and amount you are supposed to pay based on the tax scale that you are falling onto, then you will remit that amount to HRMC, and also you will also bear the service charge for that accountant. So that's how the limited company works. So with all these three, you will determine which one you want to use. Now let's try to break down onto the implication of all these three in terms of how you are going to pay your taxes and which consideration you need to make and things of that kind. Now, there are tax code based on amount you earn, yeah? And this one means based on avenue that you are using to get your pay, your tax code can change if you go off that limit, or if you go to like a subsequent category. For instance, if your pay is if your tax code covers you up to £40,000 per year, when you exceed that one, then your tax code is likely to change so that you get to pay more taxes because you are earning more money. Now, there are things that apply in terms of your first job, your second job, and your third job, and this is how you can go through them. Now, if your first job, which is your primary job, gives your payment through Paye, this means they give your payment to HRMC, who calculates the amount that the amount of tax you are supposed to pay, make the deductions, then remit the remaining to your account. That would be like your first job, yeah? And your first job now based on the pay. If you work for an agency that pays through Paye as well, then that would be like your second job, because they will also, you will remit your services, they will send money to and HRMC will do a calculation of that amount of tax you are supposed to pay, then they will remit the remaining to your account. In that case, that would be your second job. Now, in case you are going for an umbrella company or a limited company, and your employer, in this case, let's say you are working for an agency apart from your first primary job, they will do their payment under your umbrella company, yeah? And the name that will appear to be your employer will be this umbrella company. For me, I work with Angels Finance, so any amount that you get from the institution where you are working will be remitted to this umbrella company. The umbrella company will calculate the amount of tax you are paying, remit it to HRMC, do their charges, the umbrella charge, deduct it, then send you the remaining. With that one, your second employer will be this umbrella company. If you also have like a third, you are working with a third agency, opt to go for an agency that allows you to bring into your umbrella company, so that when they want to pay you, you give your umbrella company as a mode of payment, and they will remit all your dues to the umbrella company. The umbrella company will calculate and still send you the money. In all these cases, however many agencies you might be working with, because you can work with several agencies, they will all remit your money to the umbrella company, and this will still be treated as your second job. So the umbrella company will be your employer. Should you get another agency that pays through Paye, and you have your first employer, and you have this umbrella company as your second employer, and you get another agency who pays through Paye, that would be like your third job. The implication is, when the more you work, the more you exceed the tax level in terms of your income grade, and that will have implication on you in terms of your tax code. When the tax code changes, it means you will pay more taxes, just to align with the amount you are receiving, because basically that's what is in the law. But again, it also has implication on especially for international nurses, your visa. But if you work with the umbrella companies and they are able to remit all the taxes as required, then it won't be a big deal at all. The only thing that you need to know is that all these aspects, be it the umbrella company, be it Paye, be it limited company, they have to all meet all the tax requirement by HRMC. And what you will, an average, I've tried just to compare all of them. An average, you will still be able to receive like 80% of what the employer is paying you in one way or the other. What I've never understood is why the agencies might pay lower for Paye and pay higher for employees. But the fact is, all of them, the amount remitted and the amount you will get to your account, they have just a 20% difference, which means you are getting exactly 80% of what you are paid originally by the service user, that's the hospital or the care home. And again, in terms of the contributions and the calculation, all that is just in the NI, falls under the national insurance table. You can be in category A, B, and all that. And if your contract with the umbrella company states that maybe you are going to work for them 10 hours in a month or maybe 30 hours in a year and things of that kind, that will determine the category of the national insurance rate where you are. And that's why in certain instances you might find that in your pay slip you are paying the income tax, and maybe the national insurance is under 0%, because based on that category maybe you are not eligible to pay any contribution for the same. So that's how basically they work, and you ought to understand which one works for you. The best is have your primary employer that can easily pay you through Paye, because it's like the bare minimum or the most basic. Most people have that one. Then have an umbrella company. They are all online. Just do research and get which one works best for you. Then now, when you are looking for your second job, look for agencies that work with umbrella companies. Then now, you can all provide these details of your umbrella company for the agencies to remit your pay through the umbrella companies. And that, however many agencies you will be working with, they will still, your second job will be captured as the name of that umbrella company and not the hospital or the care home you are working for or things of that kind. In case of a limited company, you will be receiving almost everything, as I said earlier on, of what you pay. The only thing is you will have to get in touch with an accountant to do the tax calculation based on all the pay slips that you've been having, and remit the taxes at the end of the financial year. Yeah, then also bear the amount of service charge to the accountant, and that covers all that that the limited company covers. In case of any question concerning all those payment models, just drop them in the comment section and we'll work on what to do and how to answer all that. Thank you so much for always subscribing, and for new subscribers and new viewers, welcome to the channel, and I'll be uploading more videos concerning majorly OSCE and things of that kind, and we'll get along. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye.